set, go. Three guys, one mic, a lot of heavy. Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm Jeff Crenshaw.
And I am Alan Burrell.
And this is Heavy Set Go. Whoa.
Yeah, you know, I think about it when I'm like 70, if my fat ass lasts that long. I'm gonna sit there and I'm just gonna probably say that. I'm not gonna remember anything, but I'll sit there in my old folks' home, and the nurse will be like, he just sits there all day long and says this weird heavy set go thing.
Yes, we get it. You're chubby.
I'll never give that up.
Never.
Fat jokes forever.
So, Alan, you have returned.
I have returned.
However, temporarily. Have you seen Clue at Mr. Theater?
I have not.
You should.
I really wish Is it still going on?
I think it's today's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
The last run for Clue at Mr. Theater, directed by Peter J. Lewis, starring Montague, Crystal Lemons, and a bunch of other talented folks, is the last day for that. See, now I'm overtly being a shill. The last run, if I'm not mistaken, is Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 o'clock, and Sunday has a matinee showing at 2.
Okay.
And it's a great play. Ben and I went out there. We interviewed them on the last podcast, and had a great time. So yes.
There you go.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Oh, looking for work.
Looking for work.
Auditioning. Getting rejection from those auditions, which feels great.
That's how you know you're an actor.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just kind of hanging out.
Hanging out.
We just, I got to bring this up. We just found out that there's a house that just got torn down across the way that apparently had dead animals in it. The people pieced out and left their animals to die in this house. I am disgusted. Yeah. I really would like to talk about how fucked up that is.
It is fucked up.
That I hope at one point, at the very least, the people listening out there, if you happen to be the person that owned that house and left your animals to die, I hope you hear this someday by some random god chance, and you feel like a terrible fucking person, and you grow up a little bit, because that is disgusting.
It's
I'm sorry.
It's just this weird abandoned. It's like a 1970s mobile home type thing.
Sure.
And it's there's like scores of them, but it's just been sitting there. As far as I remember, the animals may have been there since before I moved in with my family.
Yeah.
And that was November.
He doesn't live in the house, if that's what you got from that.
Not in the house.
Before I moved in.
Not in the house with the animals. Across the street from the house with the animals.
Yes.
But I don't know. It's something I didn't realize, and I think that we moved in 2015.
Sure.
November.
Why would you know?
I had no idea
what's going on in the house over there.
A few months, last summer, Cindy, the neighbor you met, who told us the story.
Sure.
She said that the neighbors beat it, and I don't know when they did. Maybe it was after. I don't keep really close tabs on.
Yeah.
I don't know hardly anyone except Cindy, and I have a vague knowledge of a few other people, but I don't know them by their names.
Sure. Neighbors aren't the same as they used to be, right?
No, it's at least not in cartoons. Oh, Mrs. Conover brought us a pie.
Sometimes they are.
Oh, sometimes they are, but it's a very specific. There's no the obligation.
Very entitled white neighborhoods, basically.
The obligation of. I think it's kind of sad. The obligation of greeting your new neighbors with pie and stuff has dissipated since
Sure, because you think you're
days.
going to be poisoned, right? You think it's going to be poison pie.
Well, that might be part of it, but another part is when someone new moves to town, you don't necessarily want to go with your family over there because you don't know what kind of people moved in.
Sure.
With growing knowledge of things like sex offenders and pedophiles and weird murderers, you don't know who is moving in next door, and the lower profile you keep for a while, the more, and eventually you might be able to form a friendship. But that's my theory.
Sure. I don't know why I brought that up. I apologize, but I had to say something about it
Would like if
because it was bothering me.
if those people that left their animals in there dead and rotting in that house for years, if they showed up and moved to wherever you're living now, Happy Valley, Clackamas,
Okay.
somewhere there.
I don't know. Yeah.
If they moved across the street, would you want to go greet them? Hey, I brought pie for you.
Well, I'm not the move into a neighborhood, take pie to my neighbors type of guy anyway. You come over, I'll give you some pie, some sugar, not like that. I'm a married man. But seriously, I absolutely know what you mean. It's hard because you don't, I don't, if something's, going on in a house, I wouldn't know unless I could hear it,
Yeah.
I haven't seen somebody exit that house in days. What's going on?
There's some people like that, but
Sure.
but they're kind of looked down on. They're nosy.
But it's the purpose of them. People are like, yeah, they're nosy, but they're valuable to this neighborhood.
Gladys Kravitz is the only one who ever suspected witchcraft at the Stevens house.
Yeah, there you go.
You've seen Bewitched, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Where the
It's
wife,
been a long time.
the husband's married to the witch, and no one else in town knows except Gladys Kravitz, who's the neighbor across the street. And every time she sees something, Abner! And by the time Abner comes, whatever witchy, funky things going on has stopped, and he comes and sees this normal house. She's like, "Oh, my wife is nuts," and he walks away.
Yeah. Nosy people might suck, but they have a purpose. For sure.
They do.
They're going to save your life someday. They are valuable.
They are. In the meantime, I just want to.
Sure.
So, you work at a ball cafe.
A what?
A ball cafe.
A ball cafe. Sure.
What's it like?
Sure. I'm working at a cafe part-time.
Mm-hmm.
Heads! Yeah, you make coffee and crappy food, stuff like that. That's about all I got.
But it's connected to a basketball court.
It is. People come in, they rent out the gymnasium to either volleyball teams or basketball teams.
That's a bizarre combination.
Quinceaneras, I believe they're pronounced, which are...
Oh, the quinceañera.
Quinceanera, thank you. Yeah.
The girl's 15th birthday.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed. I never got a quinceañera. Maybe I should get like a treintañera for when I turn 30.
There you go.
Get the beautiful gown. Get people to dress as Mexican soldiers.
I think we can make this happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. What do we have? We have like 5 years to deal with that?
Come my birthday, 3 years.
Ben's birthday is pretty close, isn't it?
Yes, on the 16th.
16th.
He's turning 26.
Yeah, there you go. Let's not give all our personal information away.
Oh, we're not.
What's Ben's address?
His address is heaven.
Heaven?
Heaven.
Did you murder him?
Heaven.
Jeez.
No, just kidding. That's not where he's going.
All right.
No, actually, it might be.
He's a pretty good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's not going there anytime soon, though. Let's not jinx him.
No. They wouldn't let him in with that ridiculous red beard.
He's a Viking.
He's a Viking. Yo-ho! Have you ever noticed his hair is brown, but his beard is like bright red?
It's like yeah.
Like,
no.
I don't know, like, I don't usually like bringing this name up, but I wonder what Hitler would think of that, like if he saw that.
A red beard and a brown hair?
Mm-hmm. Would that be considered an Aryan I'm not giving any credence to this awful idea. Hitler was a fucking bastard. But I wonder, like, from the point of view of the Nazis.
Welcome to the Pro Hitler podcast, folks.
No, Hitler's a bad guy. I'm glad he's dead. But what Hitler think?
I don't know why Jeff is. He feels the need to look at the microphone when he's saying that. Just to let you guys know, I hate Hitler.
I hate Hitler. But if Hitler met Ben Eastman and like, hey Hitler, let's have some brisket for lunch.
Why would Ben be asking Hitler to have brisket with him?
Well, maybe Ben's a friendly guy, and he has no knowledge of the Holocaust.
Sure.
Or
maybe.
So, Yaroslavsky corrected me. It's referred to as the Shoah by the Jewish people because Holocaust means sacrifice.
Or maybe he's a big fan of mustaches. Continue.
Hitler ruined the chaplain for everybody.
Yeah.
It should be the chaplain. I like to go around with the chaplain, but I can't because people associate it with a monster.
Was that real? Was chaplains real?
It wasn't real.
Yeah.
His wasn't real, but the reason Hitler trimmed his mustache like that was because he was a huge Charlie Chaplin fan.
Oh, yeah, because he was so silent.
Imagine how pissed he must have been when The Great Dictator came out. We need to be nice to each other. Yeah. 9!
Oh, Hitler. Yeah.
What'd you bring up Hitler for?
Did I bring up Hitler?
No, or was it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you brought Hitler.
Oh.
Whoa, don't try to bring me into this. Yeah.
So you've been doing some acting lately?
Nope.
Oh, you're not allowed to talk about it? Or is there any of them?
No. I've done some acting lately. I'm super excited for some stuff that's in the works.
Sweet. You worked with Rosenblatt on something?
Jason Rosenblatt is a sweetheart. I want to have sex with his body. It's interesting that we brought up Jason Rosenblatt right after we talked about Hitler. But yeah, he's a great guy. I really have fun working with him. There is some footage I've seen of some other things that I'm super excited for the community to see.
Oh, nice.
Things that are in the works that we're going to start filming soon. It's very fun. And
are you a lead or supporting, or can you say?
I am. Usually supporting characters, in an ensemble type of atmosphere. So yeah.
Can you say anything else, like who's involved, or is it kind of very?
Yeah, not right now. It's kind of on the hush hush stuff. A little yeah.
Stay tuned, folks.
Stay tuned.
Alan's got something cooking.
That was a great movie with good old. Fuck, what's his name? He passed away.
Bill Paxton?
Rick. Come on.
Alan Rickman?
No! Damn it! If anybody is listening to this podcast, they know they're saying it right now, but I can't hear them. Because we're in the future! Stay tuned. It's about the movie where they go into the TV and they live through all these, channels.
The only one I can think of that's like that is Pleasantville.
Who's the guy that died? I know a lot of them died.
A lot of them have been dying.
I know. Oh my gosh, the name. It's on the tongue. I'll get it. I'll get you the name.
Wait. Recently?
No.
Time frame.
Within 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Heath Ledger.
He's a guy in his... Obviously, I would remember Heath Ledger. Well, not to say I wouldn't remember this guy, because he's great. Everybody loved him. Yeah. He had a...
Ray Romano?
No.
Well, he's alive.
Jeez. I could just look it up right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just sat there mumbling like a freaking idiot.
A taste of Burrell.
Let's see here. Anyway, continue with the conversation. I'll look it up.
You just got done with some more ADR. The longest ADR session that you've had so far.
Yeah, we are getting there. Oh my god, I cannot wait to be done with this shit.
Shit, I think it's a good film.
What?
You just called the film shit.
No, I didn't. I said I can't wait to be done with this shit. Shit referring to ADR.
Oh, okay.
You want to be done with ADR. Don't give me that.
I do.
Let's be honest here.
Of course I do.
Okay.
I just thought you were insulting the film that we have all worked so hard on.
Okay, just stop. I'm going to see it and just... John Ritter! gosh!
The guy, you should have said the guy from Problem Child, and I would have gotten it.
Oh, Problem Child, Dad. Well, I wasn't thinking about it. All right,
I love the first Problem Child.
Yeah, really.
It's
Seriously, we should do a top 10 list of annoying gingers, like annoying ginger kids, because they're everywhere.
all right. Chris Hagedorn,
What?
Ben's cousin Chris Hagedorn's
No,
top
not
of the list.
people. Not people we know, you dick.
Oh,
Like kids from films. Remember, like, there's that movie Clifford with Martin Short as a kid. I guess he wasn't a ginger. We'll have to do just most annoying kid roles. Gilligan's, you know.
Oh, I gotcha.
You remember the
I'll tell you one.
Children's Island? Ah!
Oh, yeah. Lord of the Flies.
Oh, there's another one. Sure.
The one that comes. I love this movie. But Macaulay Culkin and Uncle Buck is so fucking annoying.
What?
Yeah, like I love everything about the movie, but Macaulay Culkin.
I'm a kid. That's my job. Are you kidding me right now? No. Him and Gabby Hoffman are both great.
What's another word for balls? Nuts.
He was a kid. He was Macaulay Culkin. You know, he's got to keep up his.
I liked him in Home Alone. Gabby Hoffman was great. She seemed like a real kid, and Macaulay seemed like he knew he was playing for the camera. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's fine if the overall tone of and I'm not bad-mouthing the film because it's one of my favorite movies, Uncle Buck. And I've probably watched it 100 times. But he seemed aware that he was in a movie.
Okay.
And everyone else seemed like they were playing real characters.
All right.
But
That's a weird thing to think, but I understand. It's okay.
it's... What's one you have?
An annoying kid
Mm-hmm.
role? Oh my gosh. Well, he's not a kid, but Walt's wife in Breaking Bad is absolutely atrocious for the first half.
Really?
Oh, she's a great actress, but the character just annoyed the shit out of me.
Until
She became a badass, and then it was like, okay. It took me a
Spoilers.
while to get... Oh, sorry. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad, fuck you. Go watch it, you piece of shit.
Well,
I don't mean that. You can edit that part out.
I've heard a lot of people talking about how much they hate Skylar White, and I never understood that because think of her situation. Her husband...
I get the situation, and I don't know what... I can't speak on what I would do in that situation. But there's just something about her that you're like, oh, Skylar again.
It's the classic... This is a lesson that we always talked about in school.
Dad?
Don't make fun of Walt.
I'm not making fun of
Jr.
Walt Jr.
No, but
We're definitely cutting this part out.
no way. There's the no, but there's a classic dichotomy between the protagonist and antagonist versus the good guy and bad guy, because those things are not the same thing. Clearly, Walt is a bad guy. He's the bad guy, but of Breaking Bad, but he is the protagonist because we're rooting for him.
You talk about annoying kids in film. You ever seen Gold Diggers?
I never
I
have.
love My Girl. What's the girl's name that plays Veda Sultanfuss? What's her name?
That chick from Veep?
I don't know. But in Gold... Oh my gosh. Oh my god, her eyes went boing like that. You've never... Oh, it's terrible. It's one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life.
Annoying kids.
We've really gotten...
Oh no, let's keep it going. Annoying kids.
There's a lot of them. But...
Oh, tip of my brain.
I know I have one too, but I can't think. I'm like...
Frankie Muniz.
You don't like Frankie?
Not much.
You didn't like Malcolm in the Middle, or...
No, and the little brother, he's even worse. The guy that blonde kid that played the little brother, he was also in Christmas with the Cranks.
Sure.
Never cared for him, and a lot of Haley Joel Osment stuff from when he was a kid.
Oh my gosh, though, have you seen his newer work?
Oh yeah, Tusk.
Oh, he is so good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like what he's in now.
Yeah.
But sometimes when he was a kid, he something about him bothered me. Or maybe that's because I was a kid and
Sure.
he bothered me as a kid. Maybe I need to rewatch it, but there was something like about him I didn't care for. But the stuff I've seen him recently, like Kevin Smith's Tusk, or did you ever see Tusk?
No.
A lot of people hated that movie. I loved it.
I'm trying to think of the movie that's where he plays a gay substitute or a gay teacher, maybe a teacher.
Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah,
It's not coming to me.
but it's really good. He's so good. And now I have to look it up.
Have you ever seen Party Monster with Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I'm very curious about
Here
it.
and there. I don't remember enough. I know he plays a like he's in a wheelchair, I think.
Oh, is he?
Isn't he?
I think it's a true story. I read a bit about it. It's this guy that hosted these big, lavish parties, and he somehow ends up, spoiler alert, murdering a guy and leaving him in his bathtub for weeks. And
Ew, like your neighbors with their animals.
kind of. And when I think he has parties in the house with the body upstairs, and eventually he chops the guy up and throws him into the Hudson River. And the guy ended up getting released from prison eventually, which surprises me. He murdered and mutilated a dude. You think that'd be a life offense, but what do I know?
Nothing.
Ah!
Was I looking up?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So you've thought Ben and I went to the beach this last week, and we went up to Newport by way of Lincoln City, and I thought of you. We drove by Galucci's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to go back to Galucci's. I can't wait to take my puppy down to the beach for the first time to show him the beach.
I gotcha.
And then I'm going to get some nice Galucci's.
Tell us about the puppy. We haven't really talked about that.
Well, I got a puppy, and he is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a border collie.
A border
Black and white border collie, short hair, and because he's a mix. And there is something super adorable about him and something super sinister about him. Of course, I think that comes with all puppies.
What's his name?
Chase is his name.
Chase.
He was named by the Humane Society that picked him up on the side of the road. And I just kind of felt like keeping that name. I don't know why. They say it's because he chased his tail, and they were like, oh, we're going to name you Chase. But it's actually because he's a football player, and you cannot catch him for nothing.
Ah!
So
He's like the juice.
very, very, yeah. Well, I call him Shady McCoy. It's LaShawn McCoy,
I got you.
running back for the Bills, because he's fast.
Oh, wow.
Very, very fast. Hard to catch.
He was sick the other day.
Well, he's a puppy, and he's still learning how to poop and throw up and not to eat everything. He eats everything.
So on all counts, you can relate. I'm kidding.
Yes. Alan Chase Burrell is what they call me.
Damn it. You have to clean up that spot in my floor before you leave.
Yeah, sure. No. Anyway, oh, you mean when he shat diarrhea all over the walls?
On the walls.
Yeah, well, it was bad. It was gross. He shit all over his kennel and the wall behind it, and then you could tell he felt bad, so he ate that shit.
Oh,
And then he
kissed
threw
you.
up everywhere, and then he ate his throw up. So I got home and witnessed the aftermath, and it was pretty fucking disgusting. But you love him. He's like your kid, you know. We're really weird. We're animal people. Like, we love animals. like you know, they're part of our family. It's not just so.
Wes Ramsey had he loves animals too. He threw this. He had his birthday last year, and he threw this big benefit that benefited some animal charity.
Yeah.
But he had all these comedians.
Nice.
And
West did, huh?
yeah,
Nice.
it was the West Rams. I couldn't go for some reason.
I didn't even hear about it.
He posted stuff on Facebook, but
That's my fault for not looking.
you should look.
I should look.
Tell me. Okay, do you have any questions? Because you always come
Questions?
up with these, yeah, you always come up with these great questions that lead into conversations.
Oh, man, a question. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with blue balls or no balls?
Is there a difference?
There's a huge difference.
Oh.
One, you got balls.
Blue.
Blue. That was a stupid question. Let me think again. Okay. You're stuck on a desert island
Mm-hmm.
with your good buddies Ben Eastman and Zach Shannon. Okay.
I like where it's going.
You got 3 big dudes. You run out of food. You've got to eat one. Who is it that you end up conspiring with to kill the other and feast on?
Oh, that's hard. I wouldn't want to do either of them. But since you asked,
Yeah, since I asked.
honestly, Zach Shannon.
You would feast on Shannon?
Yes, because my reasoning is Ben has that beard, and I don't want to have to shave it before I can eat the face.
Well, you. Why are you?
And so, just from a tactical
Sure.
standpoint,
Okay.
Zach Shannon would be much easier to
Because
feast
he's
upon.
smooth. He doesn't have a lot of hair on his body.
Yeah,
With Ben, you'd have to shave him down.
yeah.
Sure.
If he really wants to do that.
Yeah, that's a good
And-
reason not
and-
to eat me either. I got a
And
lot
just
of hair.
yeah, in the thought of eating hair just really grosses me out.
Yeah.
Well, eating people does too, but eating hair.
I love how you're talking about eating hair when you're like, I don't mind the blubber.
Well, the fire can kind of sizzle all that down.
Sure.
We're getting graphic talking about Zach Shannon.
It's okay.
And he doesn't have blubber. He's a very fit man. But
Everybody has blubber. Okay, your turn for a question.
all
That
right,
was a good one. Yeah, sure.
a good one.
Think of a good one.
If
Hurry up.
all right, would you rather be a hero? Would you rather die a hero, saving the world, or would you rather be the only survivor in an Armageddon?
Wow. I mean, I want the courage, right? I want to save the world.
But you die.
Yeah, I got that part.
All right.
That'd be the worst question. Would you rather be a hero and live the greatest life ever? Or be the only fucking fat person alive? Yeah, I would definitely want to be the hero, right? I mean, it depends on how soon Trump gets impeached.
Do you think that's going to happen?
No, I really don't know. I think there's always a chance, Nixon proved that we never know, but
Jesus, Nixon seems like Lincoln in comparison to Trump.
yeah,
But I don't want to talk too much about politics.
we don't need to get into that.
Another question. Would you rather, for a film, play a vicious pedophile but you get to keep your clothes on?
Yeah.
Or would you rather play a saintly man who's generous but you have a full frontal nude scene?
Definitely the pedophile.
Why?
Why? Think about how, just trust me. I would rather play the pedophile,
Okay. Your turn for a question.
and it has more to do with character depth and how to find the character. The other guy's just a fat naked guy. Who cares? There's no substance. I mean, there's a lot of substance. There's a lot of everything.
But what if, for your role, you had to, drool and Like you're looking at a rack of ribs, but you're looking at a child.
It is what it is. There's another film where I'm, going to be looking at people. Never mind.
Your turn to ask a question.
You can cut that part. Oh no! Anyway, yeah.
Your turn.
I don't have to see the kid. I can literally just replace it with a rack of ribs in my brain, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or a Red Robin Whiskey River Burger. A burger.
With what?
Wow factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow factor.
Wow.
So,
Terrible.
Alan Wayne Gacy.
That is not my name, but all right.
What's your next question?
Oh, okay. If you had to, excuse me. If you had to have a wall-size mural in your master bedroom for the rest of your life in order to keep that house, but it was of one of three guys, Hitler, Trump, or Bin Laden, who would it be? This is such an anti-American question. Ship me off now, boys!
That is really...
The right answer is I would move.
I would move.
Yeah, there you go.
I would move.
So the house next door is for sale. Nothing but blue skies I see.
Did you hear about Jeff Crenshaw, low energy Jeff Crenshaw? He wouldn't put up a picture of me, so he moved from his house. Sad.
People will be on it. I can't. Now I started to sound like a mafia guy.
What's this? Well,
No.
Low energy Alan can't do an impersonation.
All right.
Absolutely pathetic,
Yeah,
okay?
it's true.
Okay, he's pathetic.
It's true. Oh, boy.
so...
What's a podcast called Heavy Set Go with a couple of fat guys where we don't just sit there and breathe heavy for a little bit on the pod?
No!
Stop. This is the episode. This is where it happens. I just want to warn you viewers. Well, you're not viewers,
This
you're
is
listeners. It's only stupid if you think it's stupid. And if you think it's stupid, that's fine. I happen to want it to be part of this podcast. We're just going to sit here and breathe for a little bit. Continue listening if you want. Well, don't try. Don't force breathing. Let's just breathe.
Okay, that's
All
enough.
right, that's good. We got through it. That's what my wife listens to every night when I'm... What was that look? What was that look you gave me? I feel so bad for the people that have to listen to us fucking breathe all the time.
Yes.
It's terrible.
The...
I used to, when I was younger, I'd walk into a room with my friends or my cousins or whoever. They would always mimic me breathing. Hey, look who's coming. It's Al.
I remember that time we were about to shoot the first scene chronologically, not in order of how we shot it, but the first scene chronologically in the film. You, Garrett Holman, and I were walking around the building. We were practicing lines up near the front of the store where we shot it.
Yeah.
And as we were walking around the building, Garrett looked at you. He was like, "You're sweating already?"
Yeah, I remember that.
And you're like, "Fuck you."
Did I say it like that?
No,
Fuck you.
I don't think you said anything, but the look on your face, like, "Argh."
Well, if I did give a look, it wasn't because I was offended. It was because I was shocked at his stupid fucking comment. So, you all right? And for this next segment, folks, you'll listen to two fat guys coughing.
So, Mixed Bag. Tell us about the time you met Tyler Bertrand.
Tyler was he was just in town, and
Did you see him?
He wanted to get together to shoot something, but I was busy, so I couldn't, and I feel bad. I love Tyler. Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Tell us about the time you met him.
Time I met Tyler, I think it was on set of Turning Tricks when PSU did the web series.
I forgot about Turning
And Tyler
Tricks.
was, I don't know if he was doing DP or if he was AD, I'm not sure. But he was actually writing the script for Mixed Bag on the set at one point. And I asked him what he was writing, and he said what he was doing. And then, I don't know however long later, hey, you want to shoot this? And we shot it. And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was one of my favorite film days for sure.
It's what's your favorite film day shoot of all time?
Favorite film shoot?
Yeah, like just like not necessarily like how the film turned out, but just on set, the most fun you've had shooting a film.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to it.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of really fun days on the set. I think Turning Tricks was it. Because I was very, very new to everything. It was the first really thing I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget, you prep yourself, when you're getting into it and you say, you're going to do a good job. You got to really, have fun with it. And, I remember shooting this scene in just a little apartment basement room. And it was just, we all just had a great fucking time.
Was that before or after Hold Up? Because you were an extra in Hold Up.
Yeah, Hold Up was probably before that. I think it went, a film, The Second Coming by D.R. Garrett. I played a bodyguard with no lines, and the screen time was for a couple seconds.
Gotcha.
And I did a terrible job. You could tell I was trying to be a bodyguard. But it was my first. I gave a good audition, and I didn't. It was just learning what to do and this and that. And then the second one, I believe, was Hold Up as an extra, and then Turning Tricks from there,
and then
Mixed
Bag, and then Yeti,
and then Truffle, and then Mystery, and then all the other stuff.
I remember I knew you from Mixed Bag long before we started shooting Truffle Runners.
Yeah.
And when I saw you audition, like, oh my god, the guy from Mixed Bag! It was before I was like I really was aware of the Portland film community.
Yeah.
The way it is, I just figured like there were a few straggling people that shot with anyone they could get to. It's not that different, but it's an actual mini film industry that exists that I was not aware of before this.
It is
the third round of Truffle Runners.
Yeah, it is. You got to be careful because it's mini Hollywood. I mean, it really is. People take their jobs seriously here.
Mm-hmm.
There are filmmakers that are really fucking good in this town, and they are here by choice, not because they're trying to make it big in the industry. Of course, everybody wants to be successful so that they can financially support their creative endeavors, of course, but there are people that believe in Portland as the place to be happy and make your films. And that's why everybody, all the OMPA and all these people push for incentives every year. They push for that bigger budget because they want to live here and work here. There's something to be said. I think people have this, especially when you're just starting out. I was the same way. You have this notion that LA is where you need to be to make anything happen. Mm-hmm. And of course, that's where a lot of the lead roles are given, and it's a bigger market. It's where it started. But it's often forgot and not known how important the film community is to Portland, and how there are top directors and a lot of really good actors in this town.
Gus Van Sant lives here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't think he's part of the Portland film community, but he does live in Portland.
Sure. I mean, I think anybody who's been a part of the Portland film community is part of the Portland film community.
True.
It doesn't matter how long, if you made a film here, you're kind of part of it,
Sweet.
But
Do we get a little badge?
so you have to
PFC.
Yeah. But that being said, there's no room for bullshit. It's people want. I mean, if you really want to play the game and you want to use actors that are in this town and in this community, those actors are going to talk, and you better have your fucking shit together, or you'll be working on the outskirts for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. You have to the best thing to do is be completely honest about what
Where you're at,
what your intentions
your
are.
abilities, your intentions. Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody needs to slow the fuck down and really take your time with what you're doing and enjoy the process. I mean, we all know that.
Well, I'm certainly taking time with this. In my film.
Well, you're taking too much time. No, it's We'll be happy to see that. It's a huge part of who you are as a filmmaker, regardless.
Oh yeah.
So.
I think it's the best film that I've made so far, but it's a step that I took like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to take another step, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's really good. I think it's a really good film, and I hope people will like it when they see it.
Well, there's people out there that want to make movies but don't, because they just don't. So the fact that you were like, I'm going to make a feature film, it takes balls. And 4 years later, is it 4 or 5 at this point?
Since the first iteration
cast,
was,
yeah.
It's 5 this month.
5 years.
April 26th, 2012 was the first shoot date ever of any version of Truffle Runners.
Wow.
So, and there's been various collapsings of the film. The first time it was the actress couldn't do it, and it was kind of my fault because she's like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this. And I'm like, oh, we'll find a way. And then she's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, damn it! But then I'm thinking, well, she did tell me. The second one was I'm a little more resentful of, because she was all assurances that she would. Both times it was the actress that kind of did it, but the first one I'm still good with. She's a sweet person. The second one, long story short, I feel that she screwed me over. The third one, Myra Wicks. God, what a horrible person. No, not really. I love Myra Wicks. Myra, dream come true.
Is in the film.
She's in the film.
Yes.
And 100% dedicated to it. Did a great job. And I think the cast, I was really fortunate for. And Zach Shannon and his father, Don Shannon, all 3 versions of the film.
Yeah,
I filmed at
house.
Don's house.
Yeah, you owe him. Yeah.
He certainly gets a public thank you for sure. I'll do it again at the premiere. Rise up, sir. It is time for your reward.
Just acknowledgement, sure, and you know that.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's crazy to give your house up for that long.
Yep, it's
In your truck and.
Oh, the truck. Yeah, it's the. If it wasn't so hard to schedule a film, because everyone has their own lives, like one person might be available Monday and Wednesday, another's Thursday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that if I had to pick my least favorite part of filmmaking, it's definitely scheduling
Sure.
people to shoot. if I had a producer who could handle that part of it, and I could take the stress of everything else upon myself, I think I'd be okay. My favorite memory of a film shoot, it wasn't even necessarily, I don't want to insult the guy, but I think he'd agree. My friend Tyler Shaw, for his senior project, I explained the concepts.
Keyword think. You think he would agree?
I think he would agree. This wasn't really a film per se. It was a video that he made. It was a customer service instruction video that he made for his senior project. I talked about what that is. It was a requirement. We finished it to graduate, and for mine, I made the Truth of the Heart film. His was customer service quality, and I was in a couple of skits for this customer service video. And my favorite day of filming ever, there was a skit where this friend of mine, Rob Rainwater, is pushing me around a hospital wing in a wheelchair because I'm about to be checked out of the hospital, and basically he's pushing me around in this wheelchair, and I have this armful of stuffed animals that I got as a gift for my stay in the hospital. And every like 10 seconds, I drop one off the edge of the wheelchair, and he keeps walking until I notice that the stuffed animals dropped, and he has to turn the wheelchair around. And I was a lot thinner then, but I was not a light guy, and Rob is a skinny dude.
Yeah.
So him shifting this wheelchair takes a lot of strength, and just being pushed around in a wheelchair, and then for not having the responsibilities of of the direction. I just take direction, and not having lines to memorize or dialogue to deliver. I just sit there and get pushed around. This beautiful sunny day outside, and the sun's coming in through the windows, and something about it just makes me smile to this day thinking about it. I had a really great time there. Filming in a hospital, having free reign over this wing because they need this for their own. They came to the school and asked people who wanted to do the Tuality video. I had my heart set on doing Truth of the Heart, but I think Tyler's like, hey, I'll do it. It's a nice senior project, and it turned out to be a great time. You can imagine you'd love to be pushed in a wheelchair.
Oh, sure.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Apparently, when my uncle was a kid, they were driving down the street and they saw a guy on the sidewalk, like a crippled dude with a wheelchair, or a handicapped gentleman with a wheelchair. He was pushing the wheels. And apparently, the windows in the car were open. He leaned over and he screamed, "You lucky ducky do-do!"
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't use the same words.
Thank you! Isn't this great?
Yeah.
I get to roll around all day.
Wheelchair.
Oh, my.
Yeah. All right.
So you're heading out? Or
Well, folks, it has been another episode of.
Heavy, set, go.
Well, why didn't you wait for me?
Okay.
Why did you say it so fast?
Oh, sorry. Of. Oh, okay. You don't get a bitch and then that fall
I'm
through.
just watching you struggle. It's great.
Heavy, set, go!
And just like this podcast. Wow. It was like a James Brown.
Damn, I could be a cover singer.
A what?
A cover singer.
Sure.
Say it loud! I'm black and I'm proud.
All right, we're out of here.
This is Heavy, Set, Go.